This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom. Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Tuesday morning. Don't forget, it's election day. And people, I'm running for office. There's a lot of people running for office, and I would appreciate your vote. But even more than that, I would appreciate you getting out to vote, to express your opinion, your beliefs, your wants, your desires as an American citizen. Hell, I want every vote. But I would rather, and people say I'm full of crap, and most of the, well, sometime I am. I would rather lose an election and have 90% of the people come out and vote, and me get 44%, and my opponent get 46%. I mean that sincerely. Rather than winning the election and have 8, 10, 12% of the people vote. I wouldn't feel right taking a position. You know, I think the last mayor's race in Belleville, and we talked about it yesterday, I think there was 20% of the people voted in the mayor's race. That means all you need is 11% to get elected. That's the majority. Or 10.5%, 10.25%. So 10+% of the people put a mayor in, so 90% of the people either didn't want this guy or didn't vote for this guy or just didn't give a damn. Now, you know, that could be kind of embarrassing to say, yeah, I'm the mayor. Well, yeah, I won with 10% of the vote. I'd rather lose with 48% of the vote, and I mean that. And let me make one thing perfectly clear. I said it yesterday. We're all on the ballot today on the Republican ticket. Roger Cook, a great candidate for St. Clair County Board Chairman. And I think he's going to win. I think the people are tired. It's going to be the perfect storm come November. But don't hold every good candidate that's out there, Roger Cook, Dallas Cook, Carl Officer, Ed Cockrell, Catherine Rilko, her daughter, and I don't even know her first name, and I apologize, running for Board of Review. Don't hold all those good candidates. Don't hold my faults and me not being such a good guy in the eyes of some people. Please, cast me aside. Cast me aside. Don't care. But vote for these good people. Don't let God sprague. And God, if you changed your pissy drawers yet, I just want to know. How dare you be a leader of a party? You don't even I guess, you know what? I want to apologize to Bob. I'd rather piss in my pants than piss in a urinal sprague. I can see how dedicated he is to the culture of corruption with the St. Clair County Democratic Central Committee, that he's sitting there, they're in there getting all these votes, and you know how they get them. And we got to get more votes. We got to put more money down in East St. Louis. We got to disrespect these blacks. I got to go to the bathroom, but I can't do it because I got to be the leader of this culture of corruption, so I'm just going to piss in my drawers. I understand why Sprague pisses in his drawers. And Sprague, if I'm lying, I'm dying. And if you want to challenge me, if you want to sue me, you know where the hell I'm at, you son of a bitch. And the number is toll-free, 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. How the hell can these big shots take this crap? You know why they take it? because it's true. The truth is the best defense in the world. It's true. And I got to ask you, Bearer Civic, Chief Judge John Red on the noodle like a pecker on a poodle, you no good son bitch, and I'm off on a tangent, but see, I don't care. I don't care. Bearer Civic, do you know a lady? Do you know a lady? And I say that, let's say a lady of the evening, and I'm just asking Bearer Civic, do you know a lady of the evening named Candy? I'm just wondering. I'm just thinking out loud, Bearer Civic. Do you know who Candy is? Bearer Civic, the Chief Judge of the 20th Judicial Circuit. A total disrespectful, no-count. I'd call him a buffoon, but they called me a buffoon before, so I got to come up with another name. Somebody called me and I didn't even take time to look it up in the dictionary. What the hell is a buffoon? I don't know what, I know it signifies with an idiot, and that way I'd have to probably agree with them, but somebody call me if you can get to a dictionary and let me know what buffoon really is. But people, let me tell you, it's not politics as usual anymore. But getting back on track, I'm running for state representative. If I win, I'll go to Springfield and fight for everybody in my district. If I lose, I'll stay here and fight. I'm going to continue the fight either way. Because for me, the fight is usually, if not always, more important than the victory. And them no good some bitches know they're in a fight. I just put $1 million of my own money in. And in Sprague and Kern, they'll send a $50,000 hit piece, people. That's how afraid they are of us, the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. And we have united with the Republican Party. We've got some used to be Democrats. We've got some Republicans. We have some independents. But the only way we can beat this culture of corruption is all of us working together. We can't throw out the Democrats that want to come over and be part of the coalition. We can't throw out the Republicans or the independents, because only, and you hear me, only together can we stop this culture of corruption. And you guys aren't just stopping it by electing us. You're stopping it for the good of you and your families and future generations. And I'm not being melodramatic. These no good son of a bitches have stolen from us, stole our votes, stole our money, stole our hardworking taxpayers' dollars for 50 years. And we're going to let them continue? And I want to put a point across. When I say these corrupt Democrats, please, 95% of the Democratic people are decent, hardworking, law-abiding citizens, are the majority, as is the majority of the Republican people and the independent people. So when I say this Democratic culture of corruption, please, the decent Democrats out there, don't think I'm talking about you. I'm talking about the 1 or 2% that have commandeered the true Democratic Party with the true Democratic philosophy. And just use that. They're using that as a shield, people. Sprague, Bear Civic, Kern. They're using that as a shield to give us the old okey-fadoke, to take our money. They don't give a damn about the Democratic philosophy. My mother and father were staunch Democrats, as a lot of your parents and grandparents were. This is not the same Democratic Party of Franklin D. Roosevelt. This is not the same Democratic Party that your parents and grandparents grew up with, loving, fighting for. This is a few politically criminal renegades that have taken it over, and they're saying we're Democrats. They're not Democrats. They've ran the good Democrats in St. Clair County and all throughout this country. They've ran them out of the Democratic Party. And I don't know so much if they ran them out or the good Democrats just left. My dad wouldn't be part of this corrupt crap going on. He was proud. He was proud to be a Democrat. At one point, I thought I was proud to be a Democrat. But see, I was in the inner workings of these son of a bitches. And they can talk all day long about Bob Romanik. But they're lucky I am who I am, that I'm a man. Because there'd be about 10 of them son of a bitches in jail. They'd have been in jail longer than I was. I'm not proud of it, but I'm not ashamed of it. These guys are vulgar. These guys are rotten. These guys have the most contempt for decent people. And you guys all know that. You all know how you get treated at the courthouse, black and white. You people know that they disrespect us. So let's disrespect them. today and on November the 8th. And someone said, hey, Romanik, we hope you win. I have no opposition. In the primary, don't think if we get more votes than the Democrats, that means anything. Or don't think if they get more votes than the Republican candidates. This is the primary. This is party infighting. In November the 8th, is when it'll be time to draw the line and make the decision. We've got a caller about buffoon. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hi, this is Becca. I'm calling to give you the noun version of buffoon. It is a ridiculous but amusing person. A clown. That's what it says.
Well,
we can all be clowns at times.
Well, honey,
we're all amusing at times.
Hey, wait, I take my ex-wife wasn't amusing. Well, I'll tell you, she was far from being amusing. But, honey, thank you very much for taking the time. Get out and vote. And if you're not from East St. Louis, are you?
No, sir.
Well, if you were from East St. Louis, I'd use the motto down there, get out and vote early and vote often. But since you're not from East St. Louis, I can't say that. So thank you very much, honey. And what does the meaning of buffoon?
A ridiculous but amusing person, a clown.
Okay, thank you very much. Hey, Sprague, Kern, Bear Civic, I want to thank you. You've elevated me to a higher standard. And they call me they call me whatever the hell they want. But they won't call me, what they won't call me is afraid. Because I'm not afraid of these son of a bitches. See, I've pulled the curtain back on the Wizard of Oz, and we've seen what a small group of men these rotten bastards are. They put $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 out, a hit piece about me, about poor white trash from the housing projects. I'm not going to go into that again, but I feel honored. But I do, before we go, and we're going to take care of our housekeeping here momentarily, I want to apologize. I sincerely want to apologize to the buffoons of the world, because I don't think that I reached that status. I don't think I even reached that status. And somebody yesterday that I'm going to be down in the gutter with Sprague and Kern and Bear Civic. Hell, that was a compliment. Those guys deserve to be in the gutter. They're office holders. They run this county. They lead this county in a bad direction. But they're office holders, and they are down in the gutter. As soon as I get a step ladder to climb up there, I'm going to be with them. But see, I'm not taking your money. I'm not leading your country, your county. And if I go to Springfield, I don't want to lead anything. Hell, I can barely lead myself to the bathroom, and Sprague can't even do that. I want the people of the 114th Legislative District, I want them leading me. I want them telling me what to do. Because at times I can be an idiot. And maybe I won't know what to do in Springfield. So you know what I'll do? I'll come down to my 114th Legislative District in Freeburg, in Millstadt, in Mascoutah, in Smithton, in East St. Louis, Washington Park, Cahokia, part of O'Fallon, Lebanon. I'll come and get guidance from my bosses. Because you're right. I don't claim to be the smartest son of a bitch in town. Never did. Don't want to be the smartest son of a bitch in town because everybody asks for answers. I don't want to give no answers. But people, understand on a serious note. Get out and vote today. Vote your conscience. Vote who you think's going to do right. Everybody knows my background. 20 years ago, made a mistake. And I'll continue to pay for it. But I, you know what? I guess I deserve that. But don't hold one mistake, not just with me, with your neighbors, with your friends. I've had people say, and I won't mention any names because people are friends of mine. They say two of the biggest, and a gentleman called today, and I may put him on the air tomorrow. Two of the biggest contributors to the Democratic Party, to Sprague and Kern, their sons are felons. How disrespectful is that? They're giving Sprague and Kern and Bear Civic money, a whole bunch of money. And then Sprague and Bear Civic say 18 years ago Romanik made a mistake and he's a felon and like I'm some kind of leper, and maybe so. But why are they disrespecting a couple of their biggest supporters, financially and otherwise, whose sons are also convicted felons, who made a mistake. Great families, both of them. Won't mention any names. Great families, both of them. But if I was the father giving these bastards money, I think I'd dry it up. How disrespectful. They got Charlie Powell down in East St. Louis, Sprague, Barra, Civic, Kern. They all went to his going away party when he went away as a convicted felon for buying votes. One of the most egregious acts that you can do other than murder, I think. It takes our rights away. They all went down there. They're taking Charlie Powell's votes every day. That's what helps get them elected. How hypocritical are these son of a bitches? And that pisses me off. And same way with Rich Soje. He owns a property that 5 strip clubs are on, owns a gambling den, owns a marijuana dispensary associated with in Soje. He owns Oz, where they had so many civil rights complaints on both black and white for getting the hell beat out of them. That's where the Democrats have their fundraisers. And they want to talk about a little peon. Maybe I'm a crook, but they're criminals. You know what? I don't think I had enough time or guts to aspire to be as big as crooks as them son of a bitches. But they want to flip the script? Don't fall for that crap, people. Research. Understand what people have done in their lives. Don't let one bad incident define me or you. You people have all made mistakes. And these hypocrites up there in St. Clair County have made 1 million mistakes. They're not going to talk about what they've done because they've done nothing. So please, get out and vote. Let's take care of our housekeeping. Lines are always open. Call toll-free, 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. Let's mix it up. We can talk some national politics today. Before I go to the community billboard, I got to ask you, and I don't know who I'm voting for today, and I don't want to sway your people's vote, and I won't say the candidate, but one of the candidates running for president, if I'm elected, there'll be a 10% flat tax. How the hell can these son of a bitches just get up there as presidential material and lie to you? This president can't just arbitrarily say, hey, it's a 10% flat tax, we're rid of the IRS. Now, that's a good trigger term. Hey, I'll tell you people what. I'll play their game. You elect me, state representative. You elect Roger Cook, county board chairman. There'll be no more property taxes, no more sales taxes, no more taxes. And by the way, when you buy something, we'll give you a 10% rebate. Now, hell, we can't tell you that. But that's just as stupid as these bastards promising you. Listen, I'm not going to promise you anything, but I'll go to spring. I can't promise I'm going to lower your taxes. I can promise you I'll fight to do the best I can. I can't stop the crime like Eckert, like Maximus Vaginus Eckert says he stopped the crime, and we'll talk about that momentarily. I can't promise you that. I can promise you I'll do all I can do to try to work with people to do it. Roger Cook can't promise you he's going to lower your taxes, but I've talked with Roger Cook many times. He's concerned about you people. He's going to do everything in his power to put more money on your guys' table. He's going to cut the budget in St. Clair County. He's going to get rid, and I will too, get rid of this wasteful spending. We could cut this budget, this employment budget by 30%. Save you people all kind of money. We're not going to put our families and our friends to work. We're going to put people in positions that are qualified. And we don't need a director, assistant director, a director to the assistant, an assistant to the director out at the airport. We don't need 5, 6 positions, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 in top administrative costs and benefits. And don't forget the pensions, people. That's what kills us. These guys live a long time, and we're stuck with their pensions year after year. You're paying these bastards that do nothing more money than you're making in pensions. And it's got to piss you off. And I know I talk crass sometime. I know I talk out of line sometime. But these politicians, these no-count rotten bastards, have put me in this position that I had to come out swinging. And I'm like Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali. I'm going to swing and swing until I can't swing no more. Let's take care of our housekeeping, and then lines are always open. Again, toll-free, 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. Hey, Thursday's St. Patrick's Day. You guys got to go to Fisher's. We go there every year. Fisher's in Belleville, a tradition. On Thursday, March the 17th, starting at 11 a.m. till close, the best, and I mean, you talk about the best fish in Smithton, the best corned beef and cabbage at Fisher's Restaurant. It's been a tradition. Kenny Fisher is dad. It's been going forever and ever. They're located at 2100 West Main Street in Belleville, but you got to go there Thursday because they're going to have the best corned beef and cabbage. We're going to be there. The radio station's going to be there. You guys come by, see us, but Thursday from 11 a.m. till they close at Fisher's Restaurant, 2100 West Main, the best corned beef and cabbage. And they're going to let me in. They're going to let the Freedom Coalition in. They're not going to tell us we can't come in, like a few of the Irish said we couldn't participate in their parade. And again, I want to thank the proud Irish people. And you don't have to call and keep calling and apologizing. It's not your fault. Just like the Democratic Party that's been commandeered by a few bad Democrats. The vast majority of the proud Irish people, they wouldn't have stood for this. They'd have said, hey, let everybody participate in our parade. Let's not make it political. Let's make it a day of honor for the proud Irish community, and that's what we wanted to do. Didn't get the opportunity, but anyway, don't forget Fisher's on Thursday. Barbecue, Concordia United Church of Christ, located Route 163 in Belleville, having their barbecue on Saturday, March the 19th. Any questions or concerns? 476-3377. The 6th annual silent auction at the Holy Family Catholic Church this Friday, March the 18th. Doors open at 6. Game starts at 7. If you want to get involved, you want to get a table to be involved in the silent auction and the trivia, you can contact Kathy at 593-0904. The American Legion Post, 1937 in Belleville, their meat and raffle shoot. Coming up this Saturday, March the 30th at TR's Place, 4901 Concordia Church Road. If you have any questions or concerns, you can call their great commander, Jim Farbus, at 409-1212. The Euchara Tournament to be held at the Albers American Legion this Friday, March the 18th. It's given and sponsored by the Albers Sons of American Legion, and it's going to be in Albers, Illinois. It will start, don't say what time. Contact the good people at the Albers American Legion. They'll be able to give you the additional information. Boulder Dash, what a great band will be performing Saturday, March the 26th from 7 to 11 p.m. Tickets are $10. They're helping the local United Way agency. They're going to be performing at the Sportsman's Club at 1535 North County Road in the beautiful town of Mascoutah, Illinois. For more details, you can contact 566-2175. And we want to say hello to all the great people in Mascoutah. The Adult Easter Egg Hunt. Must be 21 to enter, March the 19th. It's a public event at the Dupo Quarterbacks Club, located at 1625 Bluffview Drive in Dupo. Any questions or concerns? 286-9801. The St. Clair Lodge number 24. The Ancient Free and Accepted Masons, their Worth Mart and Country Store will be held Sunday, March the 20th. Located at 225 East A Street in Belleville. It's given by the Masonic Organizations of the Temple. The Polish-American War Vets, Chico and all the guys out in Caseyville, their ham shoot coming up this Sunday, March the 20th from noon till whenever. Located at 2180 North 81st Street in Caseyville, Illinois, the Polish-American War Vets, a great group of guys, and Chico and guys will be out there to see you. March the 19th, music trivia to help sponsor an 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C. for the Millstock Community School. Any questions or concerns, you can contact David Grunwald at 660-9797. Friday, don't forget the Lenten Fish. It's Smith & Turner's Hall. Only the best. You can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and or the Grim Reaper of Radio. Go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com, one word, for the best in all 3 of our stations. And you can also hear my repeat performance every afternoon at 4 p.m., Monday through Friday. And also now broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every night at the stroke of midnight. You can also go to St. Clair County Freedom Coalition on Facebook. We've got so many thousand hits. We've got Bob Sprague on there and his Depends. And Bob, we've sent you out some Depends, buddy. We feel sorry for you. I don't think you got a problem with your bladder. I think you're just a lazy, no-count, good-for-nothing son of a bitch who pisses in his pants. Now, that's what I'm thinking. Now, maybe I'm wrong, and if I am, Sprague, give me a call, you rotten, greasy son of a bitch. On this date, March the 15th, 44 BC, Julius Caesar was assassinated. You know what? I like that son of a bitch. He made the best dressing. I mean, that Caesar dressing, I mean, the guy was good for something because I love Caesar dressing. On this date, a great date, March the 15th, 1869, the first professional baseball team was organized, the Cincinnati Red Stockings. Now, that's not to be confused with the red nylons that were worn by Mark Sweetcakes Kern. Let's don't confuse the Red Stockings to the red nylons. On this date, March the 15th, 1937, the world's first blood bank opened in Chicago's Cook County Hospital, and I'm sure the bank got robbed soon after. On this date, March the 15th, 1989, the United States Department of Veterans Affairs was established. A great day for all of us. That's what happened on this date, March the 15th, throughout all these years in our world's history. I tell you, election's coming. It's today. It's today, people. Get out and vote. I've got Roger Cook going to be coming in shortly. He is the candidate on the Republican ticket for county board chairman, and he's going to be talking to us a little bit. Roger Cook's always transparent. I tell him he can come on anytime, and when he has something to say, and he always says, Bob, if somebody wants to call and ask me questions, he'll take the questions. He's not going to duck it like Kern and all the big shots in Belleville. But anyway, Roger Cook's on his way in. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. Before we do, Bob, love listening to your show. Would like to know your stance on the Convention of the States. Very important issue to me and many people I work with. We all listen to you, and we're pushing for you for state rep. Thanks, and keep fighting the good fight against these no good, rotten, good-for-nothing son of a bitchin' politicians. He didn't put all that in, but I just kind of stuck that in because I wanted to, and it's my show, and I can do it. And that's Greg from Mascoutah. Thank you very much, Greg. Hey, please call me anytime, and we can discuss your concerns. Also, another email from Mascoutah. They were out voting today. That's Digger. We all know Digger. He's got the best Halloween display ever. Wayne Laquette. We want to thank you, Wayne, from the beautiful community of Mascoutah. We're glad that you guys got out and voted. And I like Digger. He said, I want everybody to know that I'm out there voting. I made my own mind up, and I love it. He said that he's not afraid to say he voted for the Freedom Coalition. You know what, Wayne? Thank you very much. Now, here's a man who'll stand up for what he believes in. So, Wayne Laquette, I want to salute you. I want to salute you because we've got a right to vote for whoever we want to without these son of a bitches trying to intimidate and scare us and threaten us. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting at its finest, America's bi-state voice of freedom, your guardian of the First Amendment, Radical Radio. And we are proud to be the Patriot.
The all-new 1190 AM KQQZ, marching in beat to the worldwide voice of freedom.
This program intended for mature audiences. The only thing worse than listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, is perhaps getting your head severed. But then some will say it's a toss-up. Now, back to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, and I do mean insane. America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud to be the Patriot. You know what? We are radical radio, and I'm a radical person running for office. I'm not a politician. I'm just radical because I'm tired. They've made me this way. Hey, I want to say hello and happy birthday to a good friend of ours and all the listeners in Granite City. Officer Gino Wilkerson, good friend of ours, a proud Granite City police officer. We want to salute you on your birthday, Officer Wilkerson. You and every one of the proud, honorable men and women of the Granite City Police Department. Also, our friend Larry Stammer. He's running for county board in the Belleville area, District 26. This is a man who is a Democrat, but he fought the culture of corruption. Now, these guys, Sprague, Kern, Barra Civic, they're going out of their way, spending all kind of money in that district, sending big flyers out. They've never done this before. We got a hit piece on one of our committeemen. They spent $10,000, $15,000 because people, they're worried. And let me tell you, rotten bastards, one thing. Money's not going to win this election. Money's not going to win it. I've got $1 million that I've committed to the cause for the candidates that are going to help expose, fight, and vote out the culture of corruption in St. Clair County. So all you people, get a hold of me. Let's all get together. The money's there. Our organization is there. And we're going to fight. We're going to fight the good fight. Win, lose, or draw, we're going to fight the good fight. So people in the 26th County Board District in St. Clair County, please get out and give Larry Stammer a vote. He is a Democrat. I'm a Republican candidate. I'm saying vote for this Democrat. Because I say, as the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition says, vote the person, not the party. This guy could have been there forever. Wouldn't have had a fight with the Democrats. But he's telling the people he can't stand for this culture of corruption. How novel is that? How rewarding is that? So let's reward Larry Stammer in the 26th County Board District and give him a vote. Let's send a message to Sprague, to Kern, to Barra Civic, that we're not going to take this crap anymore. We're not going to take it, not as Republicans, not as Democrats, not as independents. We're not going to take it as people of the good people of St. Clair County. You know, I talked to somebody in Cahokia. This is how rotten these son of a bitches are. There's a Republican judge who's supposed to watch out for the Republican interest and make sure there's no theft. This Republican judge gets up, it's their precinct, and ask for a Democratic primary ballot. Now, how asinine is that? Only in St. Clair County. Only in St. Clair County. A Republican judge, people, there's Democratic judges and Republican judges in each polling place. Only in St. Clair County will a Republican judge who is supposed to have the Republican interest at heart stands up and says, oh yeah, I'm a Republican, but give me a Democratic ballot. The corruption in St. Clair County, people, it stinks. It stinks, and we all know it. It's time for a change. It's a perfect storm come November of 16. They can't stop. They can't stop the good people of St. Clair County, and we are the good people of St. Clair County. You hear what I say, you rotten bastards? We're coming to get you. And I said the good people of St. Clair County. I did not say the perfect people of St. Clair County, because none of us are perfect. But we got to get rid of this corruption. We got to get rid of these vile, no-count, lousy son of a bitches. We got to get rid of them. And I want to remind you, please go to the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition website. They tell me there's some beautiful pictures of Sprague and his Depends. And I want to thank you, Bob Sprague, because I thought I was the biggest buffoon in St. Clair County. But it seems that you, Barra Civic, and Kern are. So, guys, come get me. And people, I say this, and I'll continue to say it. I'm a crazy son of a bitch on the radio. I'm not going to change what I do, what I say, who I am. I'm asking for your support so I can go up to Springfield and fight for you. But whether you support me or not, don't hold my craziness, my insanity, and I am half insane. Don't hold that against the rest of these candidates. Don't let Sprague and Bear Civic and Kern and the St. Clair County Democratic culture of corruption they're trying to sway Republican voters. They put that hit piece out with me and Ronald Reagan. How disrespectful to the proud people of this great country, a great president. They put a counterpiece down in East St. Louis, but they don't use Reagan. They use Trump because they know the black community isn't real happy and doesn't like Trump, so they want to invoke me with Trump. I'm Bob Romanik. I'll speak for myself. I'll act for myself. I'll do for myself. So when they try to throw the other candidates on the Republican Party in with me, don't fall for that. That shows you how disrespectful they are and how they think we're stupid. And we're far from being stupid. We got another caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hey, Bob, it's Jerry Nichols. How you doing, bud?
Hey, Jerry, how you doing? Hey, people in Cahokia. What district are you running in, Jerry?
25, county board seat.
25. You guys get out. Jerry Nichols is a true patriot. He's a proud member of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. Jerry Nichols is fighting the fight against McCall team, fighting the fight against Sprague, Bear Civic, and Kern. And I want to salute you, Jerry, because most people wouldn't stand up to the plate. You're up there taking a swing, and we hope you hit a home run out there in Cahokia today.
Well, we're getting a pretty good turnout. We got all the McCall people and the Democrat down here passing out Republican tickets to go against me on the ballot. So that shows you what kind of central committee you got up there. We got them shook up pretty good down here, I think.
Yeah, you know what, Jerry? That's a good point. They're voting Republican people down in Cahokia to get rid of Jerry Nichols off the primary ballot because they know that we'd beat their ass with their candidate in November. But that's the way these Democrats play. But I don't have to tell you or to the good people of St. Clair County. They've witnessed it. But, Jerry, you think there's going to be a good turnout in Centerville Township?
I think it's doing pretty good right now. We've had quite a few, and it's still early. Still got the evening to go, and, it's a nice sunny day to get people out here and vote. It's a lot of people, your Democrats are changing over, and I hope a lot more of them do, Bob. The coalition's taking over, and we're not going to stop till we get to the top,
Hey, Jerry, we're not going to stop. It's yours for 15 minutes, and then it's mine. We're not going to stop till we get to the top. What a slogan. I'm going to steal that from you here in the next 15 minutes, Jerry. But, hey, listen, get your butt out there. Do the good job. Jerry Nichols is a lone wolf of Cahokia. He's the only one fighting for the people of Cahokia against the McCall team. And it's the McCall family. But, Jerry, good luck to you. Good luck to your candidates. Keep up the fight because in the end, Jerry, win, lose, or draw, we're coming out with our heads held high because we're fighting for the people, not against the people like the corrupt Democratic organization of St. Clair County.
You're right, Bob. This is the coalition working, and this is just the primary. We still got November to go, so it's going to be one hell of a fight between now and November.
Jerry Nichols, the lone wolf of Cahokia, running for county board on the Republican ticket in District 25. People, go ahead and cross over. If you want to cross over and be Republican, give Jerry Nichols a vote. Jerry Nichols, best of luck to you, buddy. See you tonight. I will tell you guys one thing, and that's a good point. There's a lot of Democrats that are asking for Republican ballots because they're tired. There's some good people in Caseyville, won't mention their names, been Democrats forever. They're going to show a sign of solidarity. They're going to say, give me, it's going to roll right off their tongues, give me a Republican ballot in the primary. Never been done before in St. Clair County. You're going to see all the people that are going to cross over and vote Republican because they're tired of this Democratic culture of corruption. We've got a lot of good Democrats. I'm all over the county. The good Democrats, the independent Democrats are telling me, Bob, we're going to vote Democrat in the primary, but the general election, they won't know how we voted. Some people have family members with jobs. They have jobs with the county. And let me tell you, county officials, the people that work for you hate you. They know what you've done. And let me tell Sprague, Barry Civic, and Kern, when you walk down the street, don't think people are looking at you in awe. They're laughing at you, son of a bitches. Poor white trash Bob Romanik, the buffoon, has exposed you rotten bastards. And you can do what you want to Bob Romanik, but until you put a bullet in my head, you rotten bastards, I'm going to be all over you like a cheap suit. And I'm going to destroy you bastards because we don't deserve this in St. Clair County, people. Democrats, Republicans, Independents. That's why the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition was formed. Roger Cook, Carl Officer. I, as a charter member, we want to fight this corruption, and we may lose. You can only have one winner. You can only have one winner. But if we lose, we're going to lose with our manhood, with our integrity, with our dignity. We're not going to sell out to these rotten bastards today or any day. We got another caller? Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hi, Mr. Romanik. This is Christina Walker. I'm working the polls over at Centerville 19.
Hey, Christina, how you doing? I was just
calling to wish you good luck and let you know I'm backing you. We're out here. We're getting the word out. We got a good turnout so far, and we're real excited to see what we can do in November.
Well, good. How's the food pantry going, Christina?
It's going wonderful. We're serving around 300 families every week, and, we're doing what we can for the St. Clair County area.
Well, Christina, we need more people like you that are concerned about the people instead about the politicians. So, Christina, the best of luck to you. Thanks for the call. And, Christina, while we've got you on the air, if people want to donate to your food pantry, how do they go about it?
They can either mail us a money order or check. We are at 500 State Route 3 in Cahokia. We also have a GoFundMe account set up, and that would be under the Cahokia Community Basket.
And I tell you what, you do a great job feeding the poor people. Did you guys get all those chickens and everything a couple days back?
Yes, we did. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank the good people in Cahokia and all throughout this country. And I want to thank the people that I helped, Christina. You know why? Because I feel fortunate and I'm helping them. They're not helping me, and I'm glad I'm in my position to do that. Christina Walker, thank you very much, and keep the fight.
Yes, thank you.
We're going to take a quick break. Roger Cook just walked in, and we're going to ask Roger about all this election crap, and we're going to ask him how he feels about this culture of corruption. Roger Cook, very compassionate man, was a mayor of Belleville. He is a prime example. He beat the culture of corruption to become mayor of Belleville, and they used everything in their power to get him out of office. It cost them a fortune. But you know who it also cost a fortune? To the taxpayers of Belleville and St. Clair County, because once Roger Cook left, the corruption started all over again. We'll be back right after this break. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio. And you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM. Simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice. Not bisexual, Mark Sweetcakes Kern. Bi-state, you idiot. Bi-state voice of freedom. Radical radio at its finest. And we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot.
The all-new 1190 AM KQQZ, proudly broadcasting in the United States of America. The greatest country on God's green earth.
This program intended for mature audiences. The Grim Reaper of radio, death, and taxes. 3 things you never really want to experience. Now, let's get back to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. With me, Roger Cook, co-chairman of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. Roger, I know you listen when you're coming in. I'm just, and I want to tell you, I respect you. I'm for you, and I think you're going to be elected. But I just hope the people don't signify me with your. We're two different people. But having said that, I know how passionate you were. And I know what a great job you did as a mayor of Belleville. You upset the apple cart. You kicked Sprague out of city attorney. You cut the salaries for the lawyers. You streamlined the whole operation in Belleville. And I hope when you get elected, and I think the good people of St. Clair County are going to elect you because they're tired of current this culture of corruption. I hope that you'll streamline the county also.
Bob, let me say, I've watched the last couple weeks since I've been back on my vacation, all energized and excited for this upcoming election in November. I've watched what they've done to you, tried to pin everything on you, tried to tie everything together, and it's ridiculous. Anybody that knows Roger Cook knows that I care about my character and what people think of me. No man can control me. I will go into office as St. Clair County Board Chairman and do exactly what I did in the city of Belleville. I've reduced the tax levy 4 years in a row. I've reduced crime 4 years in a row. I increased, we beat all competing cities 3 out of 4 years in economic development. I made government transparent. We had an agenda. We had public participation. We had council meetings on cable TV. We did everything to bring government to the people, never increasing taxes and improving the city of Belleville, and I'm very proud of that. Let me say this. If it was not for Bob Romanik and the voice of this radio show, we would not have been able to reach all the people throughout St. Clair County, bringing Democrats, Republicans, and independents together to bring honest, open government back to this county. That is what I am committed to, and that is what I am willing to fight and sacrifice every day to do. The last year to year and a half, we've been building this coalition to bring honest government back to St. Clair County. I am committed to that, and I will not stop. I will work hard, and once in there, we can make miracles happen. We can eliminate waste in this government. We can downsize this government and get rid of the political hacks that are put in there just because they get votes for the machine. And I am so sick and tired of it. I do not like machine government. I think we need a true two-party system. And that's because then you have a check and a balance. You don't have a monopoly. When one party rules for over 30-some years, it creates a culture of corruption. And we have to put a stop to it. And I know we have a lot of people out there. We built a path to victory. We've got friends in Cahokia. We heard some of them today on the radio. They're working as poll watchers, election judges. You just heard the one in Centerville. We've got them throughout the county that have got our backs, and we are going to make a difference and bring honest, open government back to this county.
You know what, Roger Cook, I hear the passion in your voice, and I know what you're about. And I think everyone in St. Clair County, I think they're turning on their own, Roger, because I've heard a lot of Democrats, won't mention their names, say, Bob, I'm tired of this too. I'm embarrassed by the St. Clair County Democratic Central Committee. Bob Sprague, John Barasivic, Mark Kern have embarrassed all of us, and I think it's going to be the perfect storm, Roger, and I think you're the perfect candidate to lead us out of this corruption and get back to the normal way of life that we all deserve in St. Clair County.
Bob, nobody knows everything. I don't care if you're a candidate for President of the United States. You can't know immigration. You can't know defense. You need people around you that are qualified and have expertise. I pledge to everybody, I will surround myself with qualified people. From the administrator to economic development, we'll create jobs, bring jobs back to St. Clair County when they really haven't had anyone really work in that area hard. We will have a professional government, and let me tell you something that's true that a lot of politicians don't want you to know. All you have to do once in office is make every decision based on what's best for the people you serve. And I will make decisions based on that, just as I did as mayor.
Roger Cook, co-chairman of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, but now the candidate, the Republican candidate for St. Clair County Board Chairman. People, get out and vote today. Get out and vote. Hopefully you'll support us, support the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, support our cause. But even if you don't, get out and vote. That's your right. Our brave military has died to give us that right. Let's don't let them die in vain. Mr. Roger Cook, it's always a pleasure to have you. And while I'm thinking about it, I come up. Wait, Roger, go ahead.
I just wanted to say a big thank you to the Polish-American war vets out of Caseyville. Last Friday, we had a memorial service for my brother-in-law. And I'm going to tell you, they honored our entire family. And for that, we'll be forever grateful.
Thank you very much, Roger. Now you're breaking me up. I know where you're coming from. These Polish-American guys, Chico and you guys, thank you very much for taking care of the Cook family. And at the end of the day, people, politics are one thing, but we're people. I don't dislike. Somebody said about Rick Stone, I'm working out yesterday. Looks like he's dying. I don't want to see Rick Stone die. He's got a family to go home to. I want to see him die politically. I want to see all my enemies die politically. But I even wish my enemies the best of health, because that's the way it should be. We don't have to fight each other on the street. Let's fight each other at the polls. Let's fight each other on Election Day. And that's what we're going to do, the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. People, get out and vote. Hey, I got a new slogan. We're not going to stop till we get to the top. That was Jerry Nichols, but it's been 15 minutes. I stole that sumbitch from him. People, get out and vote. Don't vote. Vote early, but don't vote often, because you may be in prison the next time and not be able to vote. So get out, people. Exercise your right as true Americans. It's Election Day, primary Election Day. Get out and vote. And don't forget, don't let these bastards make you any more apathetic than they've tried in the past, because apathy will kill all of us. Get out and vote, because your vote does count. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM. Simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio at its finest. And we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Come on back tomorrow. From now till Election Day, November the 8th. We're going to be fighting these son of a bitches. We're going to be exposing them, because that's what we do here. We like music, we like entertainment, but this information will set us all free. So let's continue to unite to expose these rotten bastard, political, parasitical, rat, cockroach, and punk son of a bitches. And let's destroy them. Let's destroy them politically, of course. But let's get out and vote today to help destroy them. Destroy them politically, of course. Again, don't want to go to jail before I vote. Right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away.